Hey beer fans, my name's Steve Jaguar. This is another BeerNative beer review, and this is day 4 of 7 Days of Siren. Yeah, a theme. All week I've been trying a different beer from one brewery. Go back and check the first one. We did Lumina, we did a couple IPAs. There's a bit of an IPA trend. It's kind of hard to avoid it, but we're going to end with something weird, so don't worry. I will avoid the IPAs eventually. This one's called 1 through 3 IPA. It's like, well, on their website they're calling it a collaboration IPA, as if that's like a type, but it is interesting because it is a collaboration. It's Siren Brewery collaborating with Salt Brew Craft, what are they called? Salt Beer Factory and North Brewing. North Brewing is in Leeds. Salt Beer Factory is kind of in Leeds, just a little west of Leeds. So they're probably buddies, you know. But it's nice to see them both collaborating with Siren, which is down near Reading. I'll put a little map up so you can see where they all are located. There we go. Okay, great. If you want to go buy this beer, it was interestingly not the same price everywhere I went. You can buy it at Siren, you can buy it at North Brewing, and you can buy it at Salt, but it was like 50p more expensive at one of them. So, okay, well, buy it at the cheaper one. I just bought it at Siren. That was the easiest thing. I think you can even get it at things like Honest Brew and other third-party vendors of delicious craft beer. So let's check it out. Back in the beer can. Again, some beautiful art from Siren. If you are unfamiliar with Siren Brewery and you've skipped ahead and you're watching just this one, this is the first time you've seen their art. The art is on a theme, but they do commit a lot of time and effort into making each can beautiful such that it tells a story. If you want to learn a little bit more about Siren Brewery, go check out day 1 where I review their session ale. I thought it was quite good. All right, let's get it out of the fridge. It's chewy? Yeah, no, it's actually pretty, like, this review looks really dark. I do a lot of reviews at night. It's not night. The weather out there is so bad. I have the lights on in here at the moment. It's kind of a disaster. And here it is in all its green glory. It is called, I already said this once, but I'll say it again, 1 through 3 IPA from Siren, North Brewing, and Salt Beer Factory. It is a 6%, I can't see the, there it is, 6%, and it's telling me that I'm going to look forward to a tropical passion fruit and peach pine notes with a wonderful, beautiful, soft finish. The malts are pretty standard. Malted barley, wheats, and oats. The hops are interesting. Unlike any of the IPAs, we've got kind of your classic lineup of Simcoe, Mosaic, Citra, and Amarillo. So we get a nice mix of hard and soft bitters there. But the kind of wild card here is Flex. And I wasn't really familiar with Flex. I had to go look it up, like check it out there. Yeah, it's very much like the Equinaut Incognito that I saw earlier in the week in one of their experimental beers. It is like liquid hops. It's like this insane injection of IBU. So I don't know what I'm going to expect here. Is this off the charts? I don't know. Do I have an IBU rating? Let me see. Nope. I don't know how bitter it's supposed to be. So let's just get cracking. Wow, super fruity out of the can. Actually, almost a bit gasoline-y. Which isn't a compliment, but I mean it as one. I mean the way when you about to fill your tank and you get this kind of woof. Came out hard and fast. Rainbows are flying out of the can. That's nice. It's living up to its description, self-description, I guess. Sneak a quick one. The previous IPAs have been really flat. Like almost like a cask pull, which has been strange. I don't know why that would be. I expect the body on this one to be the same. It looks like the malt profile is the same. I'm not really going to be expecting it to deviate too much. There seems to be some kind of level of consistency there. It's pretty nice. I do get a resinous finish. It's very cool. And I'm getting something that I got earlier in the week, which is kind of a bit of a minty scent off of it. But it's definitely been amped up by the tropical notes. So, and it's definitely bitter, more bitter than it was than the previous two. So, pop that in the glass. It's not as long as the one yesterday. Head's really nice though. That is a vast improvement over the previous ones. And the carbonation is a beautiful thing. Let's put the can down for a moment. And it's quite clear. So there must be something different going on in the hop combination. Because it almost looks extra pale. So they must have mixed that up somehow. And the head is retaining itself. It smells beautiful. So from an appearance perspective, this is actually kind of a winner. I kind of cheated there and I rushed in. I probably should have given it a good sound nose first. I probably corrupted my review a little bit. But it is following up what I got out of the can. I'm getting definitely passion fruit. Passion fruit's a weird flavor. I'm getting a bit of, I would even say pomegranate. Some of the bitter also represents the pith of a pomegranate. And I think I'm getting not mango, like a dry citrus out of this as well. That's probably... Citrus called Citra for a reason. Yeah, how about that? What I like about the pine notes, and I don't know if this is flex, but it's given it kind of a velvety texture, almost like a heavy tannin. I've often said there's like been a long non-tannin, comparing it to red wine, but this is very much like a red wine. Like it's a dry tannin. It's not tannin, I know that. But it's almost drawing my tongue out, which some people would like, some people would not like. I'm a huge red wine fan, so I actually kind of like it. If I close my eyes, it's like I'm sipping a sort of a nice chilled Portuguese wine. Very odd, but very good. 1 through 3 IPA. 6%. Let's score it up. On with can art, 4. I'm going to give pretty much all of these ones, I think, boring, a 7 out of 10 on packaging overall. Standard can, beautiful art, 7. In terms of accuracy to its claim of being a unique citrusy, fruity IPA with piney notes, yeah, it is. Actually, I think they could have gone beyond those notes. Maybe I would even say they're a little light on creativity when creating the notes, because I think it's offering more than what their notes actually say. So in terms of an IPA, I'm going to give it a 4 for uniqueness. Accurate, yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 on accuracy. So we are at 15. I'm going to get pretty consistent scores for the Siren. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm not trying to do that. It's just kind of happening. 15 out of 30 so far. I'm going to add a score of out of 10 for the flavor. I really quite like it. There's something even also yeasty or lagery about it. It's like I've had I guess it was meant to be a lager / IPA combo once, and it's reminding me a lot of that. Maybe it's the change in the malt, because it's clear. It's not a hazy. It's not going for that big pillowy mouthfeel. It's a kind of nice, sharp, refreshing. This is not the weather for it, and yet I'm quite enjoying it. One more sip, and then we're going to give it flavor. I want to be serious about this. All right. I'm diving in. I like it. It reminds me of the Stubrostov Pilsner, which is so strange for an IPA. I might have to mark it down on accuracy. No, I'm leaving it. It's good. So I'm going to give it an 8.5. Can I go 8.5? Have I ever done that? Somewhere between 8 and 9. I can't decide. And that's going to bump it up to, let's say, well, rounding, it's going to go to 24 anyway, which is, I'm going to end up giving it a 4 on Untappd. So this is another 4 for Untappd. It's really good. What I'm finding out now, I think I have one more for tomorrow, which is somewhere in the same category. I recommend this. Get your friends together. Get the different IPA ranges like that I've done. And I'd be really curious just to pour them all out in front of you and give them a simultaneous tasting to see if you agree with some of my notes. Because I think it's a really worthwhile experiment. And then write the hops down. Because unintentionally, I didn't know what I would find when I started this 7 Days of Siren process. Other than it was interesting and sounded cool. And it had alliteration, 7 Days of Siren. But it has been fascinating. I think I have learned about IPAs, and I've learned about the differences in hops and the different kind of mouth feels and textures and length of the flavor. Yeah, nice. I've taken something away from that. I hope you're learning something too, and I hope hopefully inspired you to hook up with Siren in a variety of ways. Maybe experiment up with North Brewing and introduce you to Salt, Brew Factory, Beer Factory. I'm going to get that right eventually. This has been another BeerNative beer review. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends if you like beer and they like beer. Why not watch this? I'm going to be doing a live one. I've started doing live reviews on Friday at 5 p.m. That's in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, maybe you don't care. But it's going to be good. It's only going to be about 10 minutes. It's kind of an after work, have a beer with Steve. I'm going to be doing it live, and it will be one of the Siren beers in competition with another beer. Ooh, wonder what that'll be about. Thanks for watching. Steve out. Hey beer fans, thanks for sticking around to the end. Please subscribe to the channel, click the little bell, give me a thumbs up on this video, because the more you do that, the more I'm incentivized to make amazing beer reviews and talk more about what makes beer great. Thanks.